I will protect you. I'll catch up. I'll take care of it. You? Hup, hup. Let's light it up! You? What do you think, cutie? Come a little closer. Everybody stand back! No escape! I will protect. Look up there! Is it... Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on... Let's look around. There has to be a way up there. I'll catch up. I'll take care of it. Let's light it up! Let's light it up! Oh my.
As you wish.
Just what will we come?
Since this is the right place, it must have some... Yes, this must...
My experiment.
Stronger, we'd be able to... Huh? Why? Or... Oh, all right. Let's follow... Oh. Hang on. It looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong balloon. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? Oh. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use...
Chests appearing out of thin air? This needs research. If only I stumbled upon lab supplies as often. Yeah.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking? We're invited guests. no. Wait, maybe she pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a millilith ambush here to arrest us. Now Paimon's mad. You...
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders.
Well, here they come.
Absorption test.
To arms! Take the target alive!
Stand clear. Let's light it up.
Let the truck. Who goes there? Attack!
Animal test 6308.
Take the target alive!
Why do they never miss?
Tactical! Take this!
Let's light it up.
Attack!
I have some for you
Let the
too.
triad!
Let's light it up. I'm going in.
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Kuching, these two strange people.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go...
We're invited guests here to look for the Liu Chisi.
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liu Chising.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Chising. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never...
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Chising.
That was... Huh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Chising? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, Traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor? But wait! That's right! Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion, and... well then. May we meet again, Traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see it? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that... Let's go gather ingredients! Time we...
No pain, no gain.
Ooh, look at that slime! It looks crystal clear! And very delicious. That's the one! Did you hear that? No! That was... Uh-oh. It looks like...
There's no end to this.
Animal hypostasis? Don't worry, I got this.
You're open.
Stand clear.
You're open.
Yeah.
It was nothing.
I understand. Don't say that. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same... Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it.
Wait a moment. Actually,
Oh?
do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty...
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? Now just give me a moment and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require.
Great! Paimon sugar-frosted slime... A guy called Mung Dan told us that we...
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Mung. If anything... Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history.
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure, please help yourselves, as long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
Oh yes, you might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got...
But we have some new items in.
The key here is new stock at Single Antiques. Feel free to take a look around.
According to Kuching, excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going on here?
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Virgil one?
Just Virgil, everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of— You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions? That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, traveler?
What are you two talking?
Well answered. The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete, so please, this way.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Ooh, isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that. If possible, I'd like to have your trust. But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Liyue's sake, indeed, it seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that! One of the sheets on that wall! look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for just imagine. How much more? Oh. Let's grab one. The biggest one. Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is la 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 la. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Sigil of permission. That doesn't sound like. This piece of paper shows that a cheesing spot. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all but research on the sigil of permission. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the sigil of permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really think so? Well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us. Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something. Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on the...
There's no end to this.
I always bounce back. Just watch me. Teamwork is you.
Freeze! Becomes the hunted.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too.
This world is...
Frozen. Crisp. Frozen descent.
Absorption test.
Now you're not going anywhere. It's time for a flash freeze.
This will be interesting.
Ooh, you're taking...
You'll get frostbite.
100.
Freshness preserved.
Off we go. Let's light it up.
It's no problem. Frozen to set. Cooked food. Disgusting.
I will end you.
Let's light it up.
Harden up. Let's end this quickly. Freeze! I slipped up. I guess this is it.
Let's light it up.
What an annoyance. Use this. This is trouble.
Let's light it up. Let's light it up.
Finally.
I want to help. Absorption test. Wow, so many raw materials. Animo test 6308. Hup, heat.
Let's move. Shouldn't get careless.
I'll race you.
Eat up! Eat up! You need to hurry up! Roast and fry! This one's well done! Roast and fry!
I have some.
You need to
Let's
hurry
light it up.
This one's well done! Roast and fry! Unfortunate fault!
There are so many talismans. Paimon see. Oh, But how did a relic of the... Oh, that's right. Cloud retained talismans like that. Maybe the Fatui are copying the sigil. Being able to channel divine power and the plot thickens. All right, that's enough sticking around. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour. Let's go, Paimon.
Let's light it up.
Oh no, I'm gonna ruin my gloves.
Time to fulfill my duty!
I'm going in.
My work finished.
Just what will we come across this time?
Oh!
Ultra Smash!
As a good knight should. Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up. Leave it all to me. My experiment will succeed.
I'll keep an eye.
Let's light it up! Now that's what I call treasure!
Just what will we...
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit?
It was so big.
Indeed. Then you met with Ningguang,
She's super rich and so generous. Yeah, his take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's.
Oh. So you also met with...
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed.
No, indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing. Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever...
The Jade Chamber is only second. What?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have...
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me. No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of part?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is.
Glaze lilies. But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the... Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to...
No. Those lilies... Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of... Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, but I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. No, I need you to sing to them. Sing.
So how good is your singing? Really?
We'll only know once he's...
Absorption test. Stand clear.
You're in for a little shock. Oh my.
At the ready. It's time to sing. Whenever you're ready.
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Let's light it up!
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly...
Well, that's nice gifts and all, but will those petals...
Unfortunately...
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glazed lilies?
Oh, hey! It's... What's-her-face?
Hello, traveler. That reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope. We found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh.
Huh. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Oh, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a...
You came all the way out here to see the flowers?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's quite all right. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this... Well, let's save that conversation for another day. I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found.
We daren't.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Gunyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of part, given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks. In more ways.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full, so you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he... Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor.
Adventure time! Huh.
Adventure time! Adventure time! Off we go!
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We must...
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're... However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows...
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's...
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come...
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with...
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under... Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion...
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the... So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, he must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do... But where could we